On this episode of Plush Conversations.
I contacted realtors who would never call me back. I wanted certain things, it had to look a certain way. I just couldn't find what I was looking for. I was very frustrated. That was really what made me want to stop. I didn't think that I could find something that I could afford that I would enjoy. I just felt like I shouldn't be living with her and, bombarding her after college. Sometimes you just don't find everything that's perfect for you for various amount of reasons. I just don't want a resale home.
And later on, stay tuned for a sneak peek inside this beauty.
Thinking that monthly payments for mortgages were only $1,000. And I thought my money would get me a lot farther than it did. A huge life change where I said, I don't know if I can afford the commute and parking. Realizing that there are a lot of costs because there's a fire. Oh, wait. Oh, I changed my mind. I go to the bathroom that 1 minute and then I get back.
Did you wash your hands?
You cheating?
I had the pleasure of sitting down with former client, now current client, and friend, none other than owner and operator of Marquis Properties, Mr. Javon Moses. Having created a successful property management company, Javon decided to take his MBA in management and create his very own portfolio of investment properties. So, how did the process go? What happened to the home he bought? And where is he now? Well, let's talk about it.
Hi, my name is Javon and I've had the Plush experience.
Javon, seriously, thank you so much. Welcome to the Plush Conversations talk show.
Yay!
Joining me. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you today?
Well, just another day.
I know.
I'm actually very excited to interview you, Javon, because you actually have a very unique experience. And with that, I do believe that people watching this, it will resonate with them and say, oh, well, I was thinking about doing that. Okay. So let's go back to the beginning. We can talk about how we met. And then if you would be so kind to walk me through your process.
That whole process of finding a realtor took a while and took a lot of patience. So I initially decided to use a realtor to purchase a house. The reason why I chose a realtor was because I had several conversations with my mom. She had been through the process. She told me that it was important for her to get a realtor and I should start looking into one too, which was tough because it's hard to trust people, number one. And it's also hard to find someone that you connect with and who's also going to fight for you and give you the value that you're expecting. Not only did I reach out to several realtors and I did some research, which agencies to choose from, I had to find a realtor that was responsive, that made sense. We clicked, same personality, someone I could also learn from. And through that process, I found you, but it took a while to get there. I contacted realtors who would never call me back. There were other instances where I would speak to them, but they didn't seem that they really cared about me and my experience and if I wanted to buy, what I wanted to buy. They didn't seem to care. My first experience with you, I called you. You were also on the other line. So you took time to answer the phone, which was a check. That was a plus. The second thing that I noticed was you cared to understand what I was looking for, who I was, and not just a customer on the other end of the phone. And so that initial experience and then talking to you more after you called me back, which other realtors did not, was the start of that that beautiful bond in that relationship. I've learned a lot along the way, and that was my initial goal. I chose wisely.
Yeah, well, you know what, Javon? I didn't know what your answer is going to be, but I love it.
I snuck that in, but it's very true. I mean, that was my experience.
So now you found your realtor. Now we're in the buying process.
Mm-hmm.
When did you realize it got all the way real?
I mean, so the times were different than they were now. Like before, there were so many homes out there to choose from. There was a plethora of them. Looking through all of these homes, I had a certain set of requirements.
Yeah.
And I knew that I wanted certain things. It had to look a certain way. So I said, I need it to be my way. I just couldn't find what I was looking for. And it wasn't any of your fault. It was just the fact that I had a lot of requirements. I was very frustrated. I started to get very frustrated because I was seeing houses in my price range, but none of them were meeting the requirements, or I would see things that met my requirements that I couldn't see myself affording. And that was really what made me want to stop and quit, because I didn't think that I could find something that I could afford that I would enjoy.
Did you tell me that? Did you tell me at any point you wanted to quit? I don't remember that.
I did not. I think it started. I think I had that conversation with my mom just very quickly. I didn't want to admit to her. So the whole point of this was to find my independence, to really just get out on my own. I just felt like I shouldn't be living with her and bombarding her after college. I think during that whole entire time, we were looking at resales. Is that what you call them? Resales?
Yeah, resale homes.
Yeah, and I was driving around to explore, is there anything else out there that I could look for? And That's how I found this new home build that we started to go visit. And so, and the other thing that I do want to mention is going through all of this. So seeing these resale homes and seeing that new build, and also going to see the other one that I didn't intend to go see, I started to realize that I needed to learn to compromise. And that was a big thing that I did not think about throughout this whole process. Sometimes you just don't find everything that's perfect for you for various amount of reasons. And you have to be able to compromise. What can you live without? Can you see yourself living without these certain things? Also, working with you, I realized for myself, me personally, I just don't want a resale home. I can't do it because I can't find what I want. Someone else has put their personal touch on it, and I'd rather go ahead and be the designer, so to speak.
See, Javon, I love what you just stated for several reasons. One thing you mentioned is the fact that you learned going through, not before,
Mm-hmm.
and by going through the process, you learned that you had to compromise.
Mm-hmm.
And then after learning that you had to compromise, you realize, I don't want to compromise.
Right.
So there's the need and the want. And that's an excellent thing you bring up. So we find this new build. Javon is happy. Tell me about the home that won you over, because I'm sure the people are curious to know what it is that you decided on.
Yeah, so the home that won me over, it wasn't just the home, it was the amenities and everything in between. So the neighborhood is awesome. It's wooded. There is three different swimming pools. It has tennis courts, all these amenities. The HOA was a compromise because it's a little bit higher than expected, but that was one of those big compromises I said I could live with. The home itself, there was a garage, which I could not compromise on. I needed that garage. There's 3 floors. It was awesome when you first walk in. I had never seen a townhome that had an open 2-story foyer. I've only seen those in homes, but this townhome had an open 2-story foyer, which I thought was amazing.
question, Javon. All is well. Everything is good now. You got into this home, this beautiful home where you made minimal compromises, but gained a lot of rewards.
Mhm.
When it was all said and done, what's one misconception you think you would say that you had before going into the process that when you got into it, you realized, oh, this is not what I thought?
One misconception was that there was just so many homes to choose from that I wouldn't have to think about. I could just go, I want that, and then I could get it, and it would meet all of my requirements. The second misconception was thinking that monthly payments for mortgages were only $1,000. That is clearly not true. I thought that rent would be a little bit higher, so mortgage payments would be a lot less. I thought it would be a lot different, and I thought my money would get me a lot farther than it did, but it did not in this
That's
area.
a wake-up call, right?
Yeah, it's a huge.
But I will say, humble opinion, your money got you far. That is
Yeah,
a
it did.
house. That is
Surprisingly, right?
yes, that's a gorgeous house. And what happened to this house, Javon?
So over time, life changed. I got a different job. So that caused that huge life change where I said, I don't know if I can afford the commute and parking. So I had to really think about what were my options. Did I want to sell this home that I really like so much? Or what was an option about renting?
Something, I love your shirt you have going on there. The viewers at home. Something that's really neat about you that a lot of people may have encountered but not know you were the mastermind behind it is you're the owner of Marquis Properties, correct?
That's correct.
Yes, yeah, and I'm telling you that is actually essential, especially in my area of my profession, because having a property management company is very essential, especially for a lot of people that decide to move on but keep the property as an investment. So if you'd be so kind, walk us through your actual company, services you offer, and someone out there may actually be in need of your service in the state of Maryland.
Right, exactly.
And how they can contact you. So kind of walk us through that. I think that's awesome.
Okay, yeah, thank you. So our company services clients only in the state of Maryland at this time. And what we do is we provide property management services to property owners. And that could be rent collection, it could be providing maintenance services for the tenants whenever the home is in need. We also provide access to certain insurances for landlords. So something like tenant liability insurance, we offer access to. We also offer access to landlord protection insurance. We want to take care of your property how we would take care of our own. So that's very important in the business that we do here.
I love it. That is awesome. And that's the thing. So like while we were working together, this was a thing. And I'm like, okay, now he's doing this. But that makes sense now, Javon. Why you then decided to make the move that you did with the townhome.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about that. What did you decide? And shout out to you. I'm very proud. I've told you this before. I find you extremely business savvy. I love the excellence that you work with. I love the passion that you have. So it was only right I had to put that business out there. You do an amazing job. You really do.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. So what's this move that you made with the townhome after now?
Well, Simone, after being successful with property management, we've decided to increase and invest our portfolio. And so now we've decided to start purchasing other homes to be able to add to our portfolio and rent out.
So after you got all settled, then mom decided she wanted to sell her gorgeous house.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that was inspired by your move?
That's a great question. I think going through my experience helped her realize that there were other avenues and ways to achieve, happy retirement and where she wanted to be. And that really she doesn't have to compromise on things that she wants in this stage of her life.
What is next for Javon? What is it that you're doing now?
So
what are we doing next?
I'm so excited to be working with you again because we are working on the purchase of my new townhome. So working with you again.
Another new build?
Another new build. I mean, we talked about it. Like, I just can't see me living in a resale, a new home that I can actually customize that. Because what I didn't mention before was I was able to choose that first townhouse, like what was inside, what it looked like, because there were several different spec homes to choose from. But this one is really important to highlight because this time around, I'm actually able to see it being built. So I'm involved in the entire process, taking pictures every step of the way. It's a huge, it feels like a first home, even though I've already had a first home. Watching this being built is huge.
So in everything you just mentioned, right? When you're talking about the purchase, finding the home, the purchase, the renting, and now building another new home. When you take that all into consideration, if you can do it all again, would you change anything? And if so, what would that be?
You know what? I actually don't think I would change anything. I think it really happened for a reason. All of this happened for a reason. It was really the force I needed to push me in the right direction. And I don't think I would change any of it.
What's the biggest adjustment you had to make becoming a homeowner?
The biggest adjustment I had to make would be realizing that there are a lot of costs. You know, your bills and your budget for frivolous spending has decreased. My bills have increased, and trying to create this healthy budget where I can still enjoy life, but I can also be responsible and pay these bills. And it's not like crazy or anything. It's just the fact that before, especially if you're a first-time home buyer, you're not used to having all of these responsibilities. Like, hello, there's water, there's electric, all of these things that are adding on. You have the mortgage. You have to buy furniture for the house. Once you buy the house, it's not just you gotta have furniture.
Can't blow up stuff.
Yeah.
Blow up stuff.
All of those things are, there's a cost associated with that. And then, after you close on a home, that takes a lot out of your wallet, your bank account. So it's just that huge adjustment of trying to balance out, all of these new expenses that you've acquired.
Do you think you found that balance now?
I do. I think it takes a while to get used to, but I think over time, especially with job changes or new jobs or promotions, things like that, even if you don't get a promotion, throughout your entire, experience purchasing the house and going through those bills, you should be able to learn how to balance out all of those expected expenses, not the unexpected, but the expected.
So we're done with that. On to the fun stuff. Are you ready for this plush round? This is soft, okay? Do you have a hidden talent that the world may not know about? Everybody can sing, even if it's only in the shower. And everyone can rap, even if it's only in the car.
Off key, yes.
Okay, spit it, bust a rhyme for me. Go ahead.
No, I don't have any rhymes. I can't do it. If you can't rap, just keep on your cat. That was a rhyme, though. Literally, that met the pre-qualifications.
Name a reason someone may wake up at 2:00 in the morning.
Because there's a fire.
How many pairs of socks does a fast food worker wear once a week?
5.
Once a week. And once a week.
Oh, wait. Oh, I changed my mind.
Nope, it's too late. At your job, out of the 60 minutes in an hour, how many minutes do you actually spend working?
59.
No. I guess you think your boss is gonna see this?
Yeah, 59 minutes.
You don't go no bathroom break. We home.
I go to the bathroom that 1 minute and then I get back.
Did you wash your hands? Name a reason someone might be running.
Oh, from an ex.
Name something a married man might admit to his friends, but not his wife.
He cheating?
And we are done. We are done between you running from your ex and you admitting to the friend you might be cheating. Thank you so much for taking time out to join me on this episode of Plush Conversations. You've been absolutely amazing guests. I can't wait to see you soon because we're still in your building process. So that's
yes.
So as always, love you lots. Yes, I can say that now. Love you, love your mom, love your grandma. It is amazing. Thank you so much. And you have a blessed day and evening.
You too. Thank you.
Take care.
Next time on Plush Conversations.
When she thought about buying her first home, I couldn't think of no one else but you. Well, I was previously renting a 2-bedroom apartment, and I just felt like I wasn't really getting my money's worth. I'm just a very impatient person. Hey, when are we gonna be done? When can I sign? When can I move in? Like, why is this taking so long?
It was like, she's impatient.
Well, does that matter? Like who cares about that? Well, my process was totally different. I just didn't want that for her. I think it just reaffirmed that I just don't have any patience. And I want things the way I want them. Like, I set a goal to put this much in my savings, and sometimes I kind of go over. I just need to stop doing that. Like, I never thought it was going to come true that fast, and I didn't think I was going to be able to, like, sustain my same life that I was trying to live before.
And later on, stay tuned for a sneak peek inside this beauty.
Threw up in my guest room. Like a douche. I feel like I was uncomfortable. Right.
Y'all are just leading some boring lives.
We have twerking contests all the time.